Chlorophyll, 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 chlorophyll. I know I brought it up on my channel a lot before, but you have to understand, for the 4 years I've been using it, I recommend it to everyone because it's so amazing. I think it's really important. Obviously we're using this for cosmetic reasons, but it also has like a lot of health benefits too, which I'll get into later. But I think especially for people who are on any type of skin health journey, if you're having like a bad day where you just feel like your skin looks dull, it's not as vibrant, seriously, take a few drops of chlorophyll, the liquid chlorophyll. When I first started taking it, like my friend would always call it chloroform. It's like, oh, she needs her chloroform. Basically, it's like plant blood. Like it's the same thing that's in plants, and it's filled with like vitamins, antioxidants. That's what makes them grow and just look beautiful. And basically, if you don't want to take liquid chlorophyll, you could just drink or eat a lot of wheatgrass, and yeah, that's basically how you would get your chlorophyll. But with the studies that I've read, I've noticed it's a lot easier to get the chlorophyll that you need just by supplementing it. So taking the droplets. So this is the favorite of mine. I've taken a lot of other chlorophylls, but you have to be careful. Some of the other ones you have to refrigerate after opening, which 100% you should, so it doesn't I guess go bad or inactivate the chlorophyll. And some of the other ones, I don't know, I didn't feel like they were as concentrated, which I finally figured out, I think last year. This one is like professional strength. So if you're not going to get this brand, because the first time I tried it, I was living in New Mexico, and so this is made in Santa Fe. So they just had it like at a random health food store that I was in, and that's when I tried it. But depending on where you live, you might not be able to just like go into a store and get it. I know on Amazon they run out like a lot, whoever the supplier is. I tried to go to like their website, I couldn't find like a main website. You could just like get it from like third parties like iherb.com and stuff like that. But it's good stuff. This is my favorite because it doesn't have to be what's that called, refrigerated. And also now I know I like this one better because it's concentrated. It's like extra concentrated, where the other ones I was on, I think it was just like the plain chlorophyll, so it wasn't necessarily like professional strength. So when you start on this, you could probably get away with, obviously I've been on it for 4 years, so I take more. Obviously if you're taking something for a long time, you need more for it to actually work. But you should be fine. Like I didn't have to like start increasing how much I took. Like it took like 2 to 3 years of taking this for me to have to actually like increase it. So you should be able to get away with just like the serving size of 18 drops, and you can do that in a glass of water, in a water bottle, or I just drop it into my mouth, and then I take a drink of water first, and then I do the drops in my mouth. And you just have to be really careful because it is dark green. I mean, it is plant blood. It's very, very, very green. If you get it on clothes, good luck getting that stain out. It's probably not going to come out. If you get it on your teeth, it'll have your teeth green, so you'll just have to like go brush them. So you definitely have to be careful with that, because yeah, it's a dark, dark, dark green. Also, one of the side effects you'll notice is like it'll make your stools green. I don't really see why this is a bad thing. Like, who cares what color your stools are? Like, it's just gonna be green, and yeah, I don't see why that's a problem. But everyone likes to say, oh, it makes my stools green. Like, just get over it. The benefits far outweigh green poop. You know what I mean? So why I use it is, number one, it literally makes my skin glow. And I think it was after using it for a few months that I figured this out. And this was a few years ago, so 4 years ago, before I ever started on any type of like a skin health journey. Like, aside from taking medication from my dermatologist, you know, I just tried to exfoliate as much as possible and keep my face from like breaking out. But I remember looking down while I was driving, and like literally like my thighs are glowing, and like I hadn't done anything else different. And basically I think something in the dark green, because this is a blood detoxifier, I think it gets in our blood and it'll definitely change your undertone, so you'll look more of a glowy color, I guess, depending on whatever color you're starting out with. Now for like Caucasian people or people with like very, very light skin, I'm not sure how the color comes off on them, or if they even notice anything, because really, like, if you're looking at reviews, obviously with reviews you can't like see a person's skin tone to know who's leaving the review, but really most people are like talking about the other health benefits. Like no one really says much about skin. You'll only find like a couple people like, you know, saying, oh yeah, it's I've seen an improvement in my skin, and like they don't really go in like to detail if are you taking it for like your acne or what's up, because like it also kills fungus like within your body. So if you have the type of acne that's fungi related, then obviously this would definitely help. If you have like more cystic acne or hormonal acne like I do, I take it all the time, and I can't say like it makes any big difference with that. But well, now that I think of it, most of the studies that are done for people with acne, and my thing died, but most of the studies of people with liquid chlorophyll who are taking it for their acne, they're using it as a topical. So, and they're using it also in like a gel. Obviously, I don't know how you would make it on your own, because obviously you don't want to like stain your face green or anything, but yeah, so I don't know, maybe it can really help for hormonal acne, but obviously it's going to be not from the inside out. It'll most likely just be from applying it, but I haven't used it in that way, so I don't know. But I'm just saying, for me and for my skin tone and my color, I definitely see a huge difference. And when I do not take this, it takes about 2 days of not taking it, and then like you'll see like your skin edges, I don't know, it like dims. It's so weird. It's like it gets brighter and more glowy, literally, because like the chlorophyll's in your blood, so it definitely changes the undertone. And then like when you stop taking it, you'll definitely see the difference. So yeah, I always make sure I take it every single day. I don't skip it. But yeah, you'll notice, or for me, this is what I notice I get more energy, my skin literally glows, and then the body odor. So one of the most popular trials that was done with chlorophyll was like back in the 1940s. So this has been done or around for like a long time, and it was for people who have like this condition where they have like a fishy smelling odor. It's like a really bad BO. Like the word starts with like a T. It's very, very long. It's a medical term. But yeah, basically they just have awful body odor, from bad breath to BO, and I'm sure everywhere else too. And so they were using chlorophyll, and that's when they noticed that, yeah, these people, it almost all of them, like it just cleared up. And so now that I remember that, I remember we put droplets, these green droplets, in our miniature dachshund's water bowl, because he had his teeth were like rotting. He had to have like all of his teeth pulled, but he just had an issue with odor, very, very bad breath, very, very bad, the glands, yeah, by his butt were awful. So we would give him that in his water, and it would help tremendously. But so obviously as a kid, like I didn't know what it was or like what it was called. I think we didn't continue buying it because it was kind of expensive, and you could only get it from ordering from this like pet catalog, and so sadly we couldn't keep up with it. But it was just amazing, like the things that it did for that dog's breath. So yeah, there's that. So I went through some of the reviews and like did some digging, and just to see like what other people are using it for. If you go to like some of the other websites that talk about chlorophyll, they do talk about some people using it for altitude sickness. I've never had altitude sickness, so I can't like speak for that claim, but apparently it's a thing. Also, you'll see a lot of people talking about using it as an alternative for chemo. And then if you go into like a GNC or any health food store around you, you'll notice, or I noticed, that around the fall and sometimes spring, it'll all be off the shelves. You will not be able to find chlorophyll. Obviously, like they have different brands of chlorophyll. You don't have to get the chloroxygen, but they'll just be completely out, and it's because hunters use it and they drink it, and basically it masks their scent. So whatever wild game they're hunting won't be able to smell them, so you don't have to worry about being downwind or whatever. So yeah, there's that. So there's one person who basically shared a story, and her friend was diagnosed with like lymphoma, and so he chose not to do chemo, and he did like a mixture of chlorophyll, he took milk thistle, and there was some other supplement I can't remember, and basically he went back and the cancer was just like gone. And she told that story, and she was like, that was 2 years prior and it still hasn't come back. So I mean, the whole cancer claim, I don't like throwing around that like it prevents cancer, like it can reverse cancer too much, because obviously there aren't like a lot of like legitimate studies done on this, but there are quite a few people who tell the story of having cancer or taking it where like they just don't have it at all. So I can't say that I haven't seen these stories, because like I do, like I've seen them, but for me, obviously I don't have that issue, so I can't speak on it personally. And there was another person who took it, gave it to their dog. A lot of people are just giving this to their dog, and we're talking about this brand in particular. I'm assuming you could just give any chlorophyll to your dog, but yeah, a lot of people are giving it to their dogs who have like really bad, awful breath. Another person takes it at night before they go to bed, and then they say usually like they wake up really groggy, and this helps them to basically just get out of bed, have more energy, and it lasts throughout the day. For me, I take this in the morning, I'll take it at night. Like, it's not like when you're getting on MSM or something where if you take it right before you go to bed, it'll kind of keep you awake for a bit while your body's getting used to it. With this, like, it definitely does give you energy, but it's not the type of jittery energy that'll like be the same like drinking coffee before bed. Like, you could take this before bed, still fall asleep, but also wake up and have like more sustained energy. It's pretty interesting. I'm not sure how the energy part works. We'll get into the science of what chlorophyll is, but yeah, right now I'm just like sharing all of what people use this for. And then there's someone else, they switched to a natural deodorant, which if you've ever went from, you know, the deodorants that like have all of the added chemicals in it, and you like try to switch like something natural, sometimes like you'll get like a little smelling. I know I've tried it, I stopped, I was like, oh, I can't do this. But yeah, someone switched to a natural deodorant and then looked into taking this to help with the BO, and as soon as she took it, like she no longer has an issue. One person even like forewent deodorant altogether. They were like, they just like wanted to test it, and they were like, yeah, like it doesn't have like a sour, like your underarm sweat like won't have like such a sour scent anymore. It definitely, it won't stop you from perspiring, but you just won't have that scent. But yeah, it'll still have wet pits if you get wet pits. So I wouldn't say, oh, let's like not wear deodorant anymore. I'm definitely still wearing deodorant, but it definitely cuts down on body odor. I've noticed a difference in like having morning breath. Like, it's not like that bad, it's not that pressing like when I take it. So I think it helps just for scents, just all around. Another person used it while she was on a diet. There are people who are claiming that this helped them lose more weight. Honestly, it just might be a side effect of them having more energy, and definitely more sustained energy during the day, which basically is helping them get in their workouts. I don't know if just taking chlorophyll is like gonna make you just like lose the weight. I definitely think there still needs to be activity done, but there are some people saying that like it aided in their weight loss. So there's that. And then other people using it for brain fog, which if you're feeling more energized, usually I would assume more energy helps you to focus more. So yeah, brain fog would go away. One man used it to increase his copper levels. Another lady used it and it boosted her hemoglobin up to 2 points, and she said that took like about a month. So if that's something you're worried about, and basically the science behind it is basically what it does to your blood. So it oxygenates your blood when you take chlorophyll, and the more oxygenated your blood is, the more energy you have. So chlorophyll directly targets your red blood cells and basically just makes them more receptive to oxygen, and basically that helps you build better blood. And even the red blood cells that you have, it'll make them healthier and more sustainable, and it'll also help you to make even more red blood cells. So this might be connected to those people who are, I don't know, who have cancer or those types of issues, because I don't know, if you read some studies, it does affect blood. And so maybe some type of, I don't know, crazy magic is happening, and that's what's helping some of these people, you know, basically be cancer free. But I've also noticed like some people say, well, I'm taking it to prevent cancer, and it's like those stories, I would rather hear about people who had cancer and it went away than those people who, you know, just say, oh, it's preventing it. And it's like, well, it's an issue you never had, so we can't really say if it's working or not. Chlorophyll also, like I told you guys before, it's just what makes plants green. It's literally just like plant blood, and it has vitamins and antioxidants. And yeah, you can ingest it naturally if you want to. Like I said, wheatgrass would be the best way to do that, or if you're not about that wheatgrass life, then obviously supplement it. And healthline.com, if you guys go on there and look up chlorophyll. It talks a lot about what it does, why people use it, and it talks about boosting your immune system with it, how it eliminates fungus in your body, it detoxifies your blood, it cleans out your intestine. That's another side effect I have noticed. If you need to get things moving in your intestines, I've noticed if I take one dropper full, so like you screw it and then you squeeze it and then obviously put it down and then let go, it brings up, you know, the chlorophyll. If I take like a whole dropper full in my mouth, it usually will help me go to the bathroom like within 15 to 20 minutes after that. So that is a plus. I would say it definitely helps clean out the intestine. It's not like a laxative or anything like that. Like if you're taking it daily and you notice like things are moving slower for you and you want to basically clean yourself out, I would say take double the amount that you normally would. Every day that I take it, I don't just like go to the bathroom right after. I think that's, like I said, the body kind of gets used to it. But if you wanted to clean out your intestine, just honestly take a few dropperfuls and yeah, that'll probably do it for you. But yeah, Healthline just talks about how it rids the body of odor and it gives you energy, and for some people it prevents cancer. So good stuff. Good stuff. So if you're not on the chlorophyll train, get on it. There's so many different ones. I like just like the regular, there's like one that's like a mint flavor, and Chloroxygen is a brand, so really just any liquid chlorophyll should work. They come in all different types of bottles from all different types of brands, and like I said, some need to be refrigerated after opening, so make sure you're reading that. Some are flavored with like mint. I don't really care for the mint ones, that's just me. I just like the regular ones, but either way, you're going to see a difference no matter which one you use. Some brands you might notice you need to use a little more than others, and so it's just something you should play around with. But I always have chlorophyll. Like I never run out of chlorophyll, and I've been on this train for like 4 years now, and yeah, I'll continue using it. Like I said, starting off, you don't have to take that much. Just go by the serving size of like 18 drops, or you might notice that 18 is too much for you. So yeah, don't overdo it. Like I said, I only had to boost up how much I take after like taking it for a few years. And yeah, you could add it in water or something. Just be careful. I would drink it definitely. If you're putting it in your water, drink it with like a straw, so like you don't have your teeth turn green, or if they do, just like brush them afterwards, like it'll take it off there. But yeah, I think that's all I gotta say about that.